Okay, so in the previous lesson, we just went over this understanding of what normals are. So what we're going to do now is start to create the thumb, and just keep in mind that what we are going to be doing is really creating the thumb using micro movements, and we're going to be moving around the normals of the faces and edges. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is press 1 to go into the front view. Make sure your snapping is enabled. You're back on increment over here. This is set on global, and under edit mode, mesh, edges, you still have your shortcut key enabled. So go ahead and select on this face over here, shift key down, and then this face over here. Now press the 3 key to go into your right view. So we're just going to zoom out a little bit over here to make sure that we get the big grid unit. Shift middle mouse button to pan over here. So we're going to extrude this. So now when I press the E key to extrude, I'm simply then just going to start to move my mouse, and we're going to do this 6 nudges. So here I'm just going to press the E key to extrude, and I'm just going to move my mouse to the left or down really. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. And then left click to confirm. Then go to your front view. Now press, click on this red arrow, and we're going to take it to the right. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Now take it up. 1, 2, and then 3. Okay, so now shift middle mouse button to pan over here. And what you want to do is under your modifiers, we're going to click this over here so we can see the actual cage. Now go to your right view by pressing the 3 key. So what we need to do is actually rotate this 5 nudges. So I'm going to press the R key and rotate this 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and then left click to confirm. Now go to your front view over here. So what we need to do is, if you do the middle mouse button, and actually let's press the period key first to home in on it. Now if you do your middle mouse button, you can see that it's actually rotated this way, and we want to rotate it over here so it starts to look like a rectangle. And this is where we're now going to start to use the normals. So go to your front view by pressing 1, and then over here we're now going to choose normals. Okay, now I'm just going to show you, if you look with your middle mouse button, you can see that the x-axis is what we want to rotate on. Okay, so if I press the 1 key to go back to my front view, and press the R key, and then type in 45, and then the minus sign, you'll see that it's not rotating correctly, right? And the reason for this is, in order for you to be able to get to the normals, you actually have to press the X 2 times. So I'm going to right click to cancel this. So now when I press the R key and press X 2 times, 1 and then 2, you can see that now it's showing that it's going to rotate on the x-axis. So now when you type in 45 and then the minus sign and just press enter, it's going to rotate correctly. Now do your middle mouse button to see that you've done it correctly, right? So just keep that in mind, that when you actually switch this, basically it starts on global, then you have to basically press the axis that you want to rotate on 2 times to get to what you're trying to do. Okay, so what we're going to do now, since we're still in normals, we're going to click on this blue arrow, and remember the small grid units over here, I'm going to bring it out 8 nudges. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and click this again to go back to the subdivision modifier. To control R, hover your mouse and just scroll your mouse wheel until you get these 4 edges. Left click and then right click. Now we're going to switch back to global. Okay, now shift middle mouse button over here, and then go ahead and click on this edge. Now you're going to zoom out to get the big grid units. Okay, so now I've got big grid units. I'm going to click on this blue arrow, take it up 1 time like this, click over here, red arrow to the left 1 time like this, then click over here, do the same thing, red arrow to the left 1 time like this. Now I'm just going to zoom in and do the middle mouse button. Now again, you can see that it's difficult to rotate this. You can either press the period key, or you can just quickly do the right view, and you can see where this is. Shift middle mouse button to just bring it in the middle, and if you do 1 over here just like this, it'll start to come in the middle. Okay, now having this edge still selected, just do shift key down, click on this edge, this edge, this edge, then just do W smooth 1, 2, and then 3. Then click on this edge to control A 1 and then 2. Then you're going to jump to this edge over here. Now we're going to go to the front view over here, and we're going to zoom out to get the big grid units. I'm going to take it to the left one time like this, and then do W and then smooth only one time. Okay, now we're going to zoom in over here and just rotate it over here, and this is the edge you're looking for. Now go back to your front view, make sure you zoom in to get the smaller grid units. You're going to bring it up 1, 2, and then 3. Now I'm going to do Control 1 to go to the other side, and then go ahead and click on this edge, and bring it up 1, 2, 3, 4. The reason we did this is because on the outer side over here where the pinky finger is, this side is going to be higher than the other side. Okay, now we're going to do 1 to go back to the front view and A to deselect. Next thing we need to do is shift middle mouse button and come over here, and then click on this edge, and middle mouse button to rotate, and shift and click on this edge. And now go to your front view again. Now you have to zoom out to get the big grid units again, and you're going to click on this red arrow and take it to the right one time. Then just zoom in, middle mouse button to rotate, and you're going to click on this edge over here. Okay, go to your front view, the smaller grid units. Now we can press the Z key and take it to the right 4 nudges, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Then press the Z key again. Now we can do Control R, add an edge loop over here, left click and then right click, then click on this edge, then do W and smooth one time over here. Then just zoom out a little bit, do Control R, left click and then right click. Then go ahead and click on this edge. Now you have to zoom out to get the big grid units again. You're going to bring this up one time, do W smooth 1 and then 2. Now click on this edge and just do Control A to rotate it. Now click on this edge, shift key down, this, and click on these 2 edges over here and just do W smooth 1, 2, and then 3, and then A to deselect. Okay, now if you do tab, you can see that what's happening here is we're defining this area of the thumb. Okay, so now we're going to do tab again to go back into edit mode, and we're now going to come over here. We're going to basically rotate it like this, and you want to click on this edge over here, just right click it. Now do W and smooth it one time, then over here do Control R, left click and then right click, then just right click on this edge, do W smooth one time, click over here, do Control A 1 and then 2, and then click on this one, do Control A only one time. Okay, then you're going to click on this one, this edge right here, do W and then smooth. So where we just rotated this, you're going to get this edge over here. So if you go to your front view, you'll see that where this is, we're going to bring this down using the smaller grid units, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then rotate it, press the R key, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Okay, left click to confirm. Now just zoom out a little bit over here, do the middle mouse button to rotate. So you can see where this pattern is. Okay, so I'm just going to shift middle mouse button over here. So if you follow this through, you're going to get this edge and this edge. Just do W smooth 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and then A to deselect. Okay, so now we've got this area set up. So what we need to do is go back to the front view over here, and we're going to go ahead and click on this edge over here where this is, and if you do your middle mouse button to rotate, you can see where this is. Then click on this one. Now go to your front view. Now you have to zoom out to get the big grid units, and you're going to pull on this blue arrow up one time like this. Now just zoom in and just do W smooth 1, 2, 3, 4, and now click on this one and this one. So you can see what I've selected. I'm just going to do W smooth one time over here. Go to your front view. So if you do tab, you can see that what we're doing is now defining this curvature of the thumb. Okay, so where this is selected, I'm just going to click on this, but I'm just going to show you how to navigate this. Right, click on this one, this one, this one, and you want to now get to this one. So I'm going to do the middle mouse button over here and click on this one, just to rotate it like this. We're just going to zoom in a little bit. Now do W smooth 1, 2, 3, 4, and then click on this one, W smooth 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Now just rotate it up a little bit, click on this one, this one, this one, do W smooth one time, click on these 2 edges like this with the shift key, W smooth one time, then click on this one and then this one. Now go to press the 3 key to go to your right view. We have to bring this down 4 nudges. Now again, because I'm zoomed in, I know I'm using the smaller grid units, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and now you're just going to do W smooth one time. So now I'm just going to hover my mouse over here and right click. So it's going to select this edge. I'm going to show you what this is selecting, right? Make sure it's this edge. Go back to your right view by pressing 3. Next, what we're going to do is have the shift key down, click on this edge, this edge, this edge, and then add this one, and then add this one. So I'm going to do the middle mouse one to show you. You need to have this selected like this in this pattern, okay? So go to your right view again by pressing the 3 key and just going to bring this down 1, 2, and then 3. ADD select, okay? So now what we're going to do is go back to the front view over here, and we have to now switch back to normals, okay? This is where we're going to use normals again. So go ahead and click on the face select mode, and what you're going to do is click on this face over here. Now you can see where this blue arrow is, so just bring it down 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? Now I'm going to show you some advanced concepts over here. The fact that I even moved this down, okay, so I'm just going to rotate this. Let me go to my right view first. Shift middle mouse button to bring it over here, go to 1, so now I can kind of rotate around it. So now notice that because we built this pressure, right, this is how this is going in that 90 degrees. Look what happens when I do W and smooth. W smooth, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you see how it rotated? So it gives you this curvature over here, okay? So this idea of smoothing again has to do with really just starting to create this understanding of how to build this pressure to manipulate these vertices, okay? That's what's going on. Anyways, let's press the 1 key over here and let's switch to the edge select mode. And now we're going to click on this. So you're going to click on this blue arrow. Now you have to be careful over here. You just want to bring it out 2 times. So you're just going to nudge it. I'm going to click the blue arrow, do 1 and then 2, okay? Now this is the one where it can be tricky. You need to get to the blue arrow. Now don't select on this white circle. If you select on this white circle inside it, you will be moving it all around, okay? So if I come in here and click on this blue arrow, I'm just going to do 1 and then 2. Do you see how small that movement was? Okay, so this is what I'm talking about in this idea of micro movements. Just do ADD select to get out of it. Now we're going to come in over here and click on the faces, and you're just going to click on Alt and then right click it. So it'll select this whole thing. Now if you do the middle mouse button, just rotate around it, okay? Shift and then deselect these 2. Now you're going to do W smooth, 1 and then 2. Just rotate around it, shift and then deselect these 2, do W smooth, 1 and then 2. Now do the same thing, shift key down, deselect these 2, and now do W smooth, 1, 2. Now you're going to reselect this again. Shift key down, reselect both of these, do W smooth, 1 and then 2. So now if you go to your front view over here, you can go ahead and click on this. So because we're now manipulating the normals, we're going to bring this in 2 nudges, 1 and then 2, okay? I'm going to switch to the edge select mode, click on this edge and bring this out 1 time. Click on this edge right over here. See this? And you have to be in your front view over here in the smaller grid units, and you're going to bring this out 1 and then 2, and click on this one and just bring it out 1 time over here. And now we're going to go to the right view over here and then right click this one, click on this blue arrow and do 1, 2, 3, 4 and then 5. Okay, then click on this one, do 1 and then 2 on the blue arrow. Okay, now we're going to Control R, left click and then right click, click on this one, do W smooth, 1 and then 2. Okay, and now go ahead and select on these 2. Now you're going to press the G key 2 times. And you're just going to nudge your mouse up 1 time like this, okay? Now, when we do that, we're going to actually come in over here first. We're going to do Control R and left click and then right click over here, okay? So it's going to add this edge loop over here. So when you do that, I'm going to just show you how to understand this. So I'm just going to do the middle mouse button. See how where this is going, this junction over here? Where this is, you're looking for this guy over here, okay? Now I'm going to go to the front view. So now it's hard to see this, but I'm just going to show you what you're looking to do is in your normals, you want to bring this out, okay? So I'm going to click on this blue arrow. I'm going to go press the Z key to go into wireframe and just bring it out 1 and then 2 over here, then Z. Okay, the reason we did this is because we're simply just equalizing this idea over here. Remember, the thumb is organic. It's not going to be symmetrical over here. This is why we're doing it this way. Then just do A to D select over here. Next, what we're going to do is actually click on the vertex mode and click on this vertex and this one. So you see that we're still getting to manipulate the normals. Okay, so we have to zoom out and to get the big grid units over here, so you'll get access to this blue arrow. Now you're going to move it backwards to the right, right? So if I do this, it's going to go in. So just do W smooth one time over here. Click on this W smooth 1 2 3 4. Then click on this do W smooth 1 2 and then 3 over here. Okay, now we can click on this guy over here. Again, this is the blue arrow. Okay, so I'm just going to nudge this out one time only like this. Okay, A to D select. Now we're just going to do Control R and capture this, left click and right click, A to D select. Okay, so now you're going to click on these vertices over here, click on this vertex, this one, press J to join, click on this one, J to join, click on this one, J to join, then rotate it up, click on this one, and J to join. Now just click on the center, shift key down, this, and then this. Okay, make sure you selected this X and you're gonna dissolve the edges, so it'll give you a quad over here automatically. Click on this one, go to your front view. Now pull on this one time over here, then to the left one time. Now you're going to click on this one and do Control A 1 2. Actually, let me undo that to show you to do this one first over here. So let's actually click on this one, do W smooth one time over here. Click on this one, W smooth 1 and then 2. Now we're going to come over here and actually click on this one, do Control A and Control A 2 times over here. Okay, now you're going to Control R, left click, right click, then do Control A 1 2 and click on this one. Now if you do tab, you can see that what we're getting is this idea for the nail. Okay, now we're going to make the nail very quickly. All you have to do is select these and press the scale. You're going to do 1 2 and then 3. And now you're gonna actually, let's do this one more time over here, then click on this. Now what we're gonna do is actually rotate this. So I'm gonna press the period key and just zoom out. You're gonna rotate it like this. Look at this line over here, the center line. I'm rotating like this so it kind of disappears. Okay, we're gonna bring this nail out. So how can we do this? Well, I mean, you can just switch to view, right? And this is now this axis is being dependent on your view, and just take away this snapping, and I'm just going to do G one time and I'm just going to bring the nail out just like this. Okay, now if you do tab over here, you can see that how quickly we were able to define this nail. So what's important to grasp from this is that with limited topology you can create these ideas very quickly, right? You don't have to keep adding edges just to define every nook and cranny. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a tab over here just to make sure that everything is done. And what we've done now is basically created this idea for the nail. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in here and click on this and do G to very lightly bring this up. And let's go ahead and click on these two, do W smooth to bring this down a little, A to D select. Okay, so now if you do tab and A to D select, you can see we've got the thumb here. This is from the top. If I press 7, if I press 9, I'll be in the bottom. If I press 3, this is the right. If I do Control 1, this is what it is. Okay, so now we've defined the thumb over here. Okay, so I'm just going to park it like this, and I'm going to go ahead and save this again at lesson 14. So I'm just going to do File, Save. Now it's a good idea that you can save it as lesson maybe 14.1 if you're following it, so you can always redo this thumb section if you found it a little difficult. So I'm just going to go ahead and save this. So I'll see you in the next lesson. Thank you.